Giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, to our illustrious president, Dr. Carolyn Myers, to Dr. Luckett, to all of our esteemed guests, Mr. Lapp, if I may call you that, and especially to our just beautiful, profound students. And I have to say, especially to my class, my CLL 483 class, who's sitting back there, I am so glad to see you all. Upon my commencement as an employee here at Jackson State University, I ran across a placard that mentioned the Gibbs Green tragedy. Now, I had never heard of it before, even though I'm from Mississippi and I am of age to have heard. I had never heard of it. But I was intrigued because the name James Green. I have a person from my hometown whose name is James Green. He was an exceptional basketball player, and he later became the head basketball coach at Jim Hill High School here in Jackson, Mississippi. So I thought, wow. Then I read more, and I saw Philip Gibbs. And I read that he was from Ripley, Mississippi, about 15 miles from my hometown. I later found out that he was a personal friend to several people that I know. So this really hit home to me. And then last year we had the great celebration, and I learned even more. And as I was standing there, the Holy Spirit spoke into me, and he said, there's blood in the soil. He didn't give me any more, just that there's blood in the soil. I knew a poem would come from it, but that's what he said, there's blood in the soil. Wow. So later, as I was lying in my bed, way up in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, he gave me the rest of the poem. And he gave it to me from a feminine aspect somewhat. If you will recall, our Miss JSU read that they opened fire on a female dorm. If you know anything about the Bible, oftentimes when God wanted to do something that had to be produced of war or was productive, he used a woman. So I am not surprised that they chose a female dorm to try to stop what they thought they could, but they did not succeed. So the title of my poem is There's Blood in the Soil, a tribute to the Gibbs Green tragedy, May 15, 1970. There's blood in the soil, but I cannot find a tear, because opposite of what the enemy sought, I can find no fear. There's blood in the soil, yet the oak tree still blooms, because though they left holes in the wall, they did not pierce my wound. There's blood in the soil, but I cannot find a stain, because despite what the enemy attempted, my courage still remains. There's blood in the soil, and in the brick are bullet holes, but what they did to Philip and James, they could not do to my soul. There's blood in the soil, but thee I love the same, because what I learned from all of this is that God will never change. Jesus, be a fence all around me every day. Jesus, I want you to protect me as I travel.